Alright, what's up everybody, back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Yes, we're back. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today we're recapping day 3 of March Madness, or the first half of the second round of March Madness. The first round was insane. The second round we had some more really good games. So, yeah, before we get into it, if you do like the content around here, subscribe, consider subscribing, liking, turn on notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. Let's not waste any more of your time. Let's just jump right into it. The first game of the day we had was a 5-13 matchup, San Diego State and Furman. San Diego State coming off their win against Charleston, the 12th spot, and Furman coming off their insane upset against the 4th seed, Virginia. In this game, San Diego State was really dominant. They started this game out with Matt Bradley, Agwek Arop, Keshad Johnson was doing well. For Furman, Alex Williams, Jalen Slauson tried to keep him in the game. But then, the bench kind of for SDSU, for San Diego State, kind of helped Matt Bradley and Michael Parrish. Michael Parrish was amazing at the end of the first half. He went on a run, him, Nathan Mensah as well, a little bit in there. But he went on a big run, him and Matt Bradley, and they closed the first half leading 39-25. In the second half, really was the defense for San Diego State. Again, Matt Bradley. But the defense was amazing, and they outscored Furman by a lot. They win 75-52 and are going to the Sweet 16. San Diego State was on them, really, clamping them up. Furman shot just 32% from the field, 23% from 3. San Diego State shot 50% from the field, 30% from 3. They rebounded Furman 41-24. They outsisted them 17-7 as well. It was just really, clamping them up on defense. And on offense, they got some help from Michael Parrish and Matt Bradley. Jermel was the leading scorer. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds. He shot 4 for 8, 3 for 5 from 3. Michael Parrish had 16 and 6 rebounds off the bench. Shot 6 for 12, 2 for 6 and 3. Butler had 12, 6 and 6, and then Matt Bradley 10 points in this game. But yeah, for Furman, tough shooting days for everyone. Mike Bothwell was the leading scorer at 15 points. Williams had 11 off the bench. But everyone else, JP shot 3 for 15. Marcus Foster was 1 for 6. Jalen Slauson, their best player, at 8 points on 2 for 5 shooting. Heen was 1 for 4. It was just a tough shooting day for Furman. San Diego State with their defense moves on to the Sweet 16. Which is funny because I had them losing in the first round, but they came all the way up and now they're going to be in the Sweet 16. Tennessee being 4, Duke being number 5. Tennessee coming off their win on Louisiana, Duke coming off their win. They're dominant at Oral Roberts, and this is going to be a defensive game. Both these teams are really good defensively. This is going to be a very tough defensive, grinded out game. And Duke got off to a great start in this game. Derek Whitehead, who got the start in this game. Jeremy Roach, Kyle Filipowski, very aggressive and tough, rough game. Kyle Filipowski was getting hit in the head a lot of fouls. For Tennessee, Jediah Jordan James and Olivier I forgot to say his name, but Olivier, we're going to call him, were hitting shots. The Duke actually had a 19-16 lead, or a 19-13 lead in this game, but then Tennessee has a good end to the half. Jonas Aidoo, and Tarek Key hit some shots, put Tennessee up 27-21. And then, the second half, the defense for Tennessee really kicked in. Defense was kicking them in, forcing a lot of turnovers, not giving up any three-pointers. Tyrese Proctor missing threes. Kyle Filipowski wasn't really as dominant as he was in the first half. And then their offense, Olivier was on fire. He was getting to the rim, getting and ones, doing everything. They also got some help. San Diego Vescovi hitting some threes. Olivier hit a big three-pointer with 4 minutes left to put him up 11. And then he dunked it with a minute left to put him up 11 and kind of seal the game. Tennessee wins 65-52, one of the best defenses in the country. They showed it, man. They were locking up down there. They held Duke. Duke actually shot better from the field, which is funny. 43%. Tennessee's 40%. But Tennessee locked them when they needed to. They also, the three-point shot was big. Tennessee shot 43% from 3. Duke shot 27%. The free throw shooting, Tennessee shot 13 free throws. Duke shot 7. They rebounded Duke 35-30. I assisted them 15-10, and I forced 15 Duke turnovers. Olivier, 27 points and 5 rebounds. He shot 10 for 13, 3 for 4 from 3. That's huge for them. And Santiago Vescovi put in 14, 5 and 5, hit 4 3-pointers. Those two are on it. And yeah, just not letting the Duke guys get comfortable. Tyrese Proctor has 16 and 6 assists. He was solid, 6 for 13. Roach and Filipowski's at 13, but both won't really do much. And then Derek Lively didn't attempt a shot in this game. He had 11 rebounds. Dariq Whitehead was 3 for 6. Their bench had 2 points. And they just weren't letting the others really get involved in this game. The Tennessee, their defense is really tough. They play a grinded out game. Santiago Vespi is a really good shooter. They got a lot of energy guys down there. But yeah, their defense is really tough. They're going to be a tough team to beat, man. Especially in that bracket where they're in the bracket where Purdue is gone. So it's wide open over there. But you also got to give a lot of credit to Duke. Jon Scheyer and his team really got hot at the right time, got hot at the end. They put up a great fight. But, it's just Tennessee's defense is really tough. Let's go into a 1-8 Kansas, Arkansas. This game is really good from the start, very back and forth. Arkansas loves to run. But Kansas was doing great. Kansas was doing great. Getting to the rim, not letting them hit threes. Not letting them get fast break points to start off on 11-2 start. And then DeJuan Harris Jr. also got hurt at some point in the first half on his ankle, which was big for them, but he came back into this game. Arkansas fought their way back. Ricky Council, and Jordan Walsh, Anthony Black getting there a little bit. But Kansas, Grady Dick, Kevin McCullough Jr. was also all over this game. Kansas led 35-27 at halftime. I think Arkansas got off to a great start in the second half. Kamani Johnson, Anthony Black made a 4-point game. But then KJ Adams, Jalen Wilson hit a couple shots. DeJuan Harris was getting to the rim, making layups to open up double-digit game. But really what brought Arkansas back, Devontae Davis. Devontae Davis was on fire in the second half. He was getting to the rim, hitting jumpers, hitting threes. He really brought them back. And then Mekhi Mitchell as well. But foul trouble was big as well. Both teams had a lot of foul trouble. KJ Adams and Kevin McCullough were in foul trouble the whole time, really. Arkansas fought all the way back. Jordan Walsh hit a 3-pointer to take a 1-point lead. And then from then on, it was back and forth. A lot of free throws. A lot of free throws in this game. A lot of fouls. Arkansas was making their free throws, and Kansas did miss a lot of free throws. Kansas did miss a lot of 1-and-1s, when they got fouled, which was a huge difference in this game. And then, Ricky Council hits 2 free throws to make it a 3-point lead with 21 seconds left. After he made the first free throw, missed the second, but it tapped out, got the offensive rebound. He got fouled. He hit 2 free throws. Coming down the other end, Kansas gets fouled after not even attempting a 3. Jalen Wilson goes to the ring line, hits 2. They come down, Ricky Council hits 2. I know, this is the play where Jalen Wilson got fouled before they even attempted a 3. And Jalen Wilson makes the first. He tries to intentionally miss a second, but he accidentally bakes it in. And then Arkansas just runs it out. Kansas can't foul, and Arkansas ends up upsetting Kansas 72-71. 2 out of 4 1 seeds gone at that point. Don't even make it to the second weekend. Kansas actually shot better than Arkansas this game. Kansas shot 48%. Arkansas shot 41%. They had shot 38% from 3. Arkansas was 20% from 3. The free throws. Arkansas was 21 for 26. Kansas was 18 for 25. Arkansas also rebounded Kansas 36-29. And they forced 12 turnovers as well. Hit the free throws when they mattered. Devontae Davis was huge in this game in the second half when Arkansas didn't really have much. Their guards weren't really hitting their shots. Devontae Davis was really in it. 25-8. He shot 9 for 15, 1 for 4 from 3. He was big in this game. Ricky Council also had 21, 6, and 4. When Devontae Davis fouled out, he kind of took over and got to the line. He had 10 of his 11 free throws, which was huge. Johnson had 10 rebounds. And then, Jordan Walsh, 10 and 3 in this game for Arkansas. Anthony Black only had 4 points, and Nick Smith didn't score in 16 minutes. But for Kansas, Jalen Wilson had 20. Shot 5 for 9, 1 for 3 from 3. I would like to see him get the ball a little bit more and try to do stuff himself. Kevin McCullough Jr. had 13 and 5 for fouling out. He was big in this game. KJ Adams had 14 and 3. And then, DeJuan Harris had 12, 4, and 5. Grady Dick had just 7 points. Shot 3 for 9 from the field, and they only had 5 bench points as a team. But Arkansas, what a game. Fought hard to the end, made their free throws when they matter. That's why free throws are important, kids. And Arkansas is moving on to the Sweet 16. I feel like Arkansas always has a really good tournament. I think this is the third straight Sweet 16. They've been doing great in the tournament the last few years, man. It's really nice to see them doing that. Shout out to Eric Musselman. Next, we had a 7-15 matchup. Missouri taking on Princeton. Missouri defeated Utah State in their first round, and Princeton made a big upset, taking out Arkansas, Arizona in the first round. This is going to be a very exciting game, what I thought. It was very back and forth. Princeton got off to a good start. Ryan Langberg was on fire. He had a few threes to start this game. For Missouri, Noah Carter was going back and forth with him, but Ryan Langberg was hitting threes. Matt Alako came in, hit some shots. Princeton's offense was really good in this game. Moving the ball around, getting dunks. Missouri had to switch to a zone, but that was because they were getting easy shots as well. Tosan Evboam, he wasn't really scoring that much, but he was finding his teammates a lot and doing a lot of things off the defensive end. And Missouri just missing shots. Missouri missed a lot of layups at the rim. Princeton was rebounding the heck out of the ball and then hitting their threes in their matter. Zach Martini hit a couple threes. Ryan Langberg was on fire. Matt Aloko hit some shots. Princeton led 33-26 at halftime. Then we go to the second half of Princeton, kind of just Keyshawn Kelman dunking Matt Aloko, and then Blake Perkins came off the bench as well and hit a couple of threes, and that kind of just was sealing it. Princeton was just making all the big threes, and Missouri just couldn't get anything really going on the offensive end because Princeton was playing so good on both ends. And Princeton ends up winning 78-63 going to the Sweet 16 as a 15 seed. This is the third year in a row that a 15 seed has made the Sweet 16, man. Princeton ends up shooting 43% from the field. They hit 12 threes, 36%, while Missouri hit just 6 threes. They also, the rebounds, offensive rebounds are huge in this game. Tosan Evboam was in there. Caden Pierce as well, getting a lot of offensive boards. Princeton out-rebounded Missouri 44-30 and had 16 offensive rebounds. That's huge in this game. They also had 16 assists to 10 from Missouri. Yeah, it was really just a really good team effort. Ryan Langberg finished with 22, 6, and 4, shot 8 for 17, hit 4 threes. Blake Peters came off the bench, 17 points, he hit 5 threes. Matt Aloko had 10 and 7 assists. Yeah, Caden Pierce had 16 rebounds in this game, man. Evboam had 9, 9, and 5. Yeah, a really good team effort. For Missouri, DeAndre Golston had 19, 4, and 3, shot 8 for 14. A lot of his points came near the end of the game. Noah Carter had 14. He was trying to keep him in the game. Kobe Brown had 12 and 7. But yeah, Demoy Hodge had just 2 points. He shot 1 for 6 in this game. They had 8 bench points. And Princeton just played a really good game. They have a really good team. They play like a team. They play really smart offense, a lot of cutting, a lot of really good three-point shooting. And they just play hard. And they're going to rebound like that as well. They're going to be a tough out, So shout out to Princeton, the Ivy League, representing in the NCAA tournament. That's not a says you've heard in a long time. Next, we're going to another 1 seed. Houston taking on number 9 Auburn. Houston coming off their win on North Kentucky. Auburn coming off their win against Iowa. And Auburn got off to an amazing start in this game. Auburn was playing with energy. Janai Broome, Wendell Green Jr., those guys were really bringing a lot of energy, getting to the rim, really. They weren't afraid to attack Houston. Even though Houston is one of the better inside presence defensively, a team, they're one of the better defensive teams. Auburn was not afraid to attack. They're not afraid to attack, get to the rim, get fouled. And Houston just wasn't really playing their game. Houston was missing a lot of shots. Weren't getting all those offensive rebounds and little things that Houston really does. And Auburn got off to a great start in this game. They led 41-31 at halftime. And it looked like another 1 seed was about to go down. But then Auburn in the second half just missed their shots. They weren't making a lot of their shots, and Houston got woken up. Jarace Walker, Juwan Roberts dominating on the inside, getting blocks, layups. Foul trouble did hit, though. Marcus Sasser and Jamal Shead both had a lot of foul trouble, even though Marcus Sasser got out to a good start in the second half. But you know who it was? It was Tremont Mark. Tremont Mark came into this game and turned into freaking DeMar DeRozan. He came in and was dominating, getting to the free throw line and just hitting those left-handed jumpers. He really kind of led them back in this game. He was the star of the game. Getting to the rim, getting to the mid-range, little free throw line area and hitting jumpers. Auburn wasn't making their shots, even though they got some solid looks. And then Auburn slowly, as this game went on, started going away because they saw a few layups going in, and they started to go away from their game a little bit and work to the inside where Houston had their advantage with Jarace Walker and Juwan Roberts down low. But yeah, big thing when Marcus Sasser and Jamal Shead too. There's 2 star guards both went out. Their game, the lead actually improved. Tremont Mark was big in that game, getting to the free throw line, hitting his mid ranges. Manuel Sharp doing little things. Jarace Walker on the defensive end getting a lot of blocks. Juwan Roberts dominating the inside. Houston has a big second half, and they win the game 81-64. Auburn, just couldn't really do much. I think they only made 3-4 field goals in the second half. Missed a lot of free throws as well. Houston ends up shooting 41% from the field. Auburn shoots 37%. The free throws. Houston was 24 for 29. Auburn 19 for 36 on the free throw line. If you're shooting 50%, 52% from the free throw line, you're not going to win games. Houston out rebounded Auburn 45 to 34. They had 12 blocks in this game as well. The big men down low are killing it for Houston. Yeah, Tramon Mark finished with 26 and 9. Shot 9 for 17 from the field, 8 for 9 from the free throw line. He really dominated this game. Marcus Sasser at 22 points. Jamal Shadd at 10. Yeah, Jarace Walker 7 and 10 with 6 blocks, and then Jamal Roberts has 6 and 7 with 5 blocks. We got your starting big men combining for 11 blocks, and then again your 2 guards combining for 40. That's great for Auburn. Janai Broom had 14 and 6. He shot 6 for 16 from the free throw line. Every time he gets to the paint, he was getting fouled because they didn't trust his free throw shooting. And then Williams also had 14. Allen Flanagan had 10. Yeah, Auburn almost had it. They lost their touch in the second half. And that ultimately just led to a little breakdown in Houston. Showing why they're number 1 seed. They had some adversity, but their blocks, their defense, and then getting some help from their guards on an offensive end. Sasser and Jamal Mark and Jamal Shadd a little bit. They're going to be a really, really, really tough team to get out. Next, we had a 2-10 matchup. Texas versus Penn State. Texas coming off their win at Colgate. Penn State coming off their hot upset on Texas A&M. In this game, very good start. Penn State missing a lot of their shots to start the game. Their 3-pointers. Flunk, who had an insane game. Round 1, missed his first few shots. Jalen Pickett was trying to keep him in it. But yeah, for Texas, Dylan Disu, Tyrese Hunter, Marcus Carr, Timmy Allen doing their thing. But Penn State, Cameron Winter was big in this game, coming to the bench, hitting some shots to keep him in it. Miles Dredd as well. Penn State's reserves really came in and kept this game close. But for Texas, yeah, Jimmy Allen making a jumper. So Jabari Rice was hitting jumpers. And yeah, Marcus Smart hit a jumper at the end of the first half to make it 31-23 Texas. Go second half, Texas off to a good start. Dylan Disu, Tyrese Hunter doing his thing. But yeah, Penn State makes a comeback. Seth Lundy, Jalen Pickett, Andrew Funk starts to get it going. And we're in for a game. Penn State just kept going. Their 3-point shot, they're a team that kind of lives or dies by the 3. So, they're never out of a game, but they're also never close out a game, kind of, because they always have the randomness of the 3-point shot. And that 3-point shot brought them back in this game, made it a 4-point game multiple times. They made it a 1-point game with 6 minutes left, and then took the lead after Seth Lundy layup and Cameron Winter hit a couple free throws. But then Dylan Disu down the stretch, the Evan Mobley clone. I tweeted out, Evan Mobley clone. He literally just plays exactly like Evan Mobley on offense, at least, with the little down low post hook shots. He reminds me. He has the same body type, same kind of jump shot as Evan Mobley. Kind of reminded me of him. But yeah, him down low, him dominating the paint, getting those little hook shots and little layups to go for fadeaway jumpers, really big. He scored a lot. He scored 10 points in the last 4.5 minutes of the game. Penn State just couldn't hit their threes, and Texas wins 71-66. Texas shoots 50% from the field. They only made 1 3-pointer in this game. Texas did, but they still found a way to win. Penn State shot 41%, hit 8 3-pointers. Texas out-rebounded Penn State at 37-33. They had 10 assists to 6 assists, and they forced 9 turnovers. And Dylan Disu was amazing in this game. 28 and 10, shot 14 for 20. He was amazing down low in the paint. Jabari Rice came off the bench and put up 13 points. He's a shooter off the bench. And then Marcus Carr had 10, 3, and 3. They also had 12 rebounds from Timmy Allen in this game as well. For Penn State, just couldn't get their 3-ball going. They're a team that lives or dies by the 3, and their 3 wasn't really working for a lot of the game. Cameron Winter had 16. Andrew Funk had 12 points. He shot 5 for 14 and 2 for 10 for 3. And then Lundy and Pickett each had 11. Pickett, tough day. He was injured near the end of the year, so he did look a little bit, gimpy out there. He had 11 and 10, shot 5 for 13. But then Miles Dredd also came in and put up 4 threes off the bench. He was big for them and leading them to come back. But Texas is just a really tough team. They play really good on offense. They have a really efficient offense with Disu in the paint, but also having Timmy Allen's a bucket getter. Jabari Rice come off the bench and hit 5 threes. Marcus Carr is one of the better 2-way guards. And yeah, they just have a really, really good team. Their defensively, they're starting to come along as well. If they do that, then and the teams are going to be in for a rough day against Texas. Next, we had another 2 seed in action game taking on a 7 seed UCLA, taking on Northwestern. UCLA coming off their routing of UNC Asheville, and Northwell coming off a Boise State win. Yeah, it was a very close game to start for both teams. Yeah, and then later in the first half, UCLA started kind of take it away. Jaime Jaquez Jr., Amari Bailey, were doing their thing in the first half, but Northwestern wasn't going away. Matthew Nicholson was big in this game. Two things, and Bo Bowie hit a jumper to make it a 10-point game. 35-25 UCLA lead at halftime. Go in the second half, and Chase Audige. Chase Audige was big in the second half. Hitting free throws, hitting threes, getting to the rim. And Northwestern came back. Came all the way back to tie the game after a Boo Boo layup with 11 minutes left at 45. But then, yeah, Jaime Jaquez, Amari Bailey, and then Dylan Andrews as well. Jaime Jaquez, man, was dominating, getting to the rim, getting easy layups. But Northwestern was keeping it in the game. Bo Bowie keeping him in the game. Matthew Nicholson had a big game as well. But yeah, it came down to just the free throw line. And Northwestern was missing a lot of easy shots and missing a lot of threes. Chase Audige missed a couple shots near the end of the game that could have made it close. But UCLA ultimately ends up winning the game 68-63. UCLA's really good. UCLA shot 50% from the field and 40% from three. Northwestern shot 37% from the field and 27% from three. UCLA outsisted them 17-11. And yeah, Jaime Jaquez was a big factor in this game. He finished with 24 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. He shot 11 for 19, hit 2 3-pointers. That was a big difference. And Amari Bailey had a good game as well. 14, 4, and 6 on 5 for 7 shooting. And then Tyger Campbell had 12 and 7 assists. He didn't make a shot, but he hit 12 free throws. Yeah, just those three were big in this game. Northwestern, Bo Bowie had 18, 4 and 4 on 5 for 13 shooting. Chase Audige came alive in the second half with 16 and 7 assists on 6 for 17 shooting. And then Matthew Nicholson had 17 and 9. But yeah, didn't really get much help on their bench. The others didn't really do much. The other two starters combined to shoot 2 for 12 and 1 for 9 from 3. Then, yeah, UCLA is just a really good team on both ends. UCLA has some really good team. Also, has some little scared. Singleton got injured in this game near the end of the game. And yeah, UCLA's injuries really are the only thing holding them back. They have a lot of players. They have a few players, I think 2 starters originally, coming to this tournament that are out for the year, especially Jalen Clark, one of their starting wings, out for the tournament with season-ending injuries. And now Singleton being hurt, I don't know if they can afford that. But honestly, yeah, I would have said, coming into March Madness, I would have said if UCLA was fully healthy, I would have had them as my champions. Because I think they've played so well. They've been here before. Tyger Campbell's very experienced. Jaime Jaquez can get buckets on anyone. Amari Bailey's really good. They have a really good, just all-around team, that plays together. And they've been one of the better teams in the regular season. They were like a top 5 team, ranked all the time, But yeah, injuries are the only thing that's really going to stop them from getting far. But even now, with a lot of teams, a lot of 1 seeds not looking insane, Kansas is now out, so that should be an easy route to the Final Four right there. They should be coming out of their region. They're in the West region. Kansas is out, so now I feel like they should have an easier path to get to the Final Four. And then from that on, who knows what happens there? They're probably gonna have to face like a Houston team. But yeah, they have a good route as long as they can win some games. The only thing that's gonna come down to really is how much can they sustain without some of their starters, being injured. And then our final game we had of the day was another 1 seed taking on an 8 seed, Alabama in Maryland. Alabama coming off their win against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Maryland coming off their tight win over West Virginia. And Alabama really came out early. It was a very good start for Alabama. Brandon Miller scored. He didn't score in the first game. He finally scored. He made 2 free throws. But Maryland came out good. Julian Reese, Don Carey, Dante Scott hitting their shots. But yeah, Alabama took a little bit for them to get going. There's a lot of missed shots and stuff. But their defense came as one round as well. So they're forcing turnovers and forcing missed shots. And then Brandon Miller got it going. Mark Steers, Charles Bediako as well, getting it going. Alabama ended the first half on a 28-23 lead. Came out the second half. Started good. Maryland trying to make a comeback. Don Carey, Julian Reese. I'm getting their shots. Reese also. Oh no, Reese didn't come out of the game. But yeah, Maryland kept trying, but I feel like every time Maryland kept trying, there's like a layup. Javon Cornerly and Mark Sears will hit a shot or get to the free throw line. Alabama got to the free throw line a lot in this game, and they just keep getting free throws and free throws and free throws. That was a big thing, free throws, and then Maryland just couldn't get it going from the outside. Um, and Alabama ultimately ends up winning this game 73 to 51. Both teams didn't shoot that well from the field. Alabama was 39% from the field. Maryland was 34% with a three-point shot. Alabama was 6 for 21. Maryland was 1 for 8 in the free throw line. Alabama was 21 for 28. Maryland was 12 for 21. Alabama out-rebounded Maryland 44-32. They forced 13 turnovers as well. And Javon Cornelly was big in this game, especially in the second half. He finished with 22 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. He shot 9 for 14 and 4 3-pointers. Brandon Miller had 19 and 7. He shot 5 for 17 but got to the free throw line. And then Charles Bediako in the middle, 10 and 10 as well in this game. And then, yeah, for Maryland, just tough shooting nights. Julian Reese had 14 points, shot 6 for 10. Jameer Young had 12 points and 5 for 13. But then after that, K was 3 for 6. Akeem Hart was 2 for 7. Scott was 0 for 7 from the field. They had 11 bench points. Martinez was 3 for 8. But after that, after those, the other 2 players combined for 0 for 3 shooting. Yeah, Maryland just really had a tough shooting day. Couldn't get the 3-point going. They hit 1 3-pointer as a team. And Alabama was just a tough team, They rely on a 3-point shot a lot. But, they get it done. They got Brandon Miller. He gets to the free throw line. They get to the free throw line a lot. They're really known to draw fouls. Javon Cornelly was playing really well. Mark Sears has been playing really well. And Alabama's going to be a tough team to be out in the tournament. But yeah, that's it for today. I'll recap the first round of the round of 32. Oh my God. And then tomorrow we'll have another round of 32, the end of that. And then we won't have March Madness until the next weekend. Or the next, end of the week. Thursday and Fridays, Sweet 16. But very excited for that, man. This tournament's been amazing so far, and it's going to keep getting better. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn on notifications, all the stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.